Welcome, welcome. Ooh, I'm just like still a little thrown off because I post what I post, and I always say this. Like on here, I always say my life, my story. So that means if you don't like it, you can make your own channel, you know. And when you post on Instagram or Facebook, especially the stories, because that goes, that, like on Instagram, you don't have to click on it. So the fact that somebody clicks on it and decides to comment, whether it's about the stuff that we had to deal with 2020 or what's going on today, election, voting, all that stuff. I'm just like, I'm blown away. A cousin of mine, a proud Dominican supposedly, said, "Oh, that orange dirt bag for 2024." Replied to my story where I said, there's a little post like where it says, we Cam well, Kamala is like saying we, and he says me. And I thought it was funny, whether I was, whatever. I thought it was a cute way to play on because it's true. Um, Now she could be a puppet, she could be dumb, she could be a lot of things. And that's true too. But the fact is, just because you're light skinned and you have girls or you have white looking babies doesn't mean that the cops and the races, because it's not even about black and white anymore. It's because there's some people that are colorists and prejudiced, and so it's not even a color thing. Sometimes there's some people of color that feel the same way about that orange head, talking head. Um, but my blood went way up when I saw one of I don't even know this kid. I just know that he's a lot like my favorite cousin. We grew up together. My favorite twin cousin, like I used to call her, you know, because her name is similar than with mine. That's her little brother. He was born before I left, but before I went into foster care. But for him to reply, yeah, okay, you voted today, fine. So did my son. He voted yesterday. But for him to reply, it's like, why? What was the point of that? What's the point because you have a business and that orange talking head gives you bigger credit or whatever? Um, I'm just like, at first I was like, but then I'm like, that's what it is. It's just like 2020 when people were disagreeing about this or that, whether to or whether not to get the vaccine and this and that. And people felt strongly both ways. But what I don't do is, if I see somebody that disagree with me and they post their stuff, I just pause them. You can press pause on Instagram and Facebook and pause people for 30 days. And if they're still going on and it bothers you or whatever, you can pause them again another 30 days or delete them or block them. I don't have time or energy to go back and forth. So I blocked the kid. I blocked the kid. And I know my family already thinks I'm weird, and a lot of them don't even talk to me anyway. So it's not like I'm going to miss out on anything. All I saw was him posting his white babies, or his light skinned baby, because technically, because his wife is Spanish, they're still Spanish. But I'm just like, if he said, if he had his people causing so much chaos when he was in office, and he was convicted of all those crimes, and he did. Now he's not the only president that he's been, talked about doing certain things. None of them were taken up to court and convicted. He was. So technically, he shouldn't even be running. But I don't know. Like, after I got mad and I kind of vented to one of my other cousins that I actually do talk to, that actually does reply and have, well, I guess we have an Instagram friendship. Um, Send him a message because I was like, I can't fucking believe that. But then I was like, what am I mad about? Am I surprised? I had to think about his outlook in life. He's light skinned with a light skinned wife with two girls. I have two kids that the police wouldn't think twice about harming. And this orange talking head is gonna give them permission to do so. And if nothing else, how do you think he, first of all, I think his wife is Mexican. As much crap as he talks about the Mexicans, Chinese, everybody, Muslims, um, he called, he had his people call Puerto Rico trash. Do you really think he doesn't feel that way about Dominicans? I'm just blown away how much people really don't want a woman in office to the point that they're willing to throw themselves in the deep end, sink or swim with sharks, just because they might have a life jacket because they're light skinned, or they have a business. It's a money decision. Oh, he's going to give us a better flow, a better tax return. So for a tax return, you're willing to kill half of your family. Okay. So I feel the way I feel. I post on my pages. I don't go on your pages disagreeing or arguing with people about what they do. But it's funny, like the minute I say my opinion on the vaccine or my opinion on what's going on today. Um, Anyways, I did write on the title that I was proud of my son this year. Um, I believe, yeah, it's the first year that he was able to vote. Because when he turned 18, it was, you know, it was already done. Like we already had um, Biden in. But yeah, so this year was the first year he could vote, and he did. We're gonna celebrate with lunch and stuff. Maybe we'll order in and just relax. Um, so I'm very, very proud of him. I'm gonna try harder to teach him how to do his own research so he could have his own opinion about not just the president, but what's going on in his city and his state. You know, what are the laws that are trying to get passed? And, you know, we're definitely I'm gonna do a better job at helping him do his research next time. I just, between my health and this and that, I just haven't been able to catch him up. Um, it's crazy when your kid turn 18. I don't know if everybody has felt this, but I almost feel like, dang, you feel like you teaching your kids how to tie their shoes, how to walk, how to crawl, how to eat, how to do this, how to do that, how to talk with manners, how to, do their homework, how to eat at the table, how to, you teach them so much. And then when he turned 18, when he was trying to make an appointment, I was like, wow, I didn't teach him how to do that. I didn't teach him how to not get pushed to do stuff just because of a doctor says so, or like that he has rights to ask questions. That, I guess because I've always asked a lot of questions, I just assumed that he would too. But he's very shy, he's a gentle giant. And even my little one, as talkative, as stubborn, as, because you teach your kids to respect adults, they get that confused with, like, well, what's talk back? If I ask questions, am I talking back? They'll, the little one will talk back to me all day, every day. But he really doesn't like confrontation, or I think it feels like confrontation to him with other adults. So he'll just, oh, okay, yeah, okay. He'll just agree just to shut it down and go back to his game or something. But getting back to my oldest, it's just like, even today, or, this month, last month, I was telling him, I said, talk to grandma, talk to your aunts and uncles, um, talk to other people too, not just me, about this whole big decision you have to make, if you even want to, and and almost, it came almost to last minute. What I'm learning is that no matter how much support your kids have, it's still up to you to teach him. Because he gets on the phone with different people and they just talk about their problems, talk about what they're going through, waste time basically. They're not teaching them stuff. Now, his mentor, he has helped him out with his confidence. And his dad has talked to him about man stuff, and so there are people in his life that do, and he has another mentor that's um, been there a lot, and luckily he adopted a kid that they're becoming really, really best friends. I just heard them say I love you to each other, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. You know, I know that's hard for boys or men to say to each other, um, and just like not feel weird. I love you, man. Like it wasn't like that. It was a true, genuine. Okay, I love you, man. Bye. You know. So I was like, oh, I'm so proud because I do want my boys to know that it's normal to care. It's normal to have those type of relationships. It's normal to say I love you to another man or another woman that really cares for you as far as like an aunt like person, an uncle like person, or a brother like person, sister like person. He has a lot of sisters that he kind of becomes close with people even through school. But anyways, long story short, don't at me, don't tag me if you are feel some type of way about what I post. Um, it's my opinion, my pages. Um, I just think it was stupid for one of my family members to respond to a feed or a story of mine. And I'm calm now, but for a minute I was like, what is he on? Like, seriously, dude? I don't even know. First of all, I don't even know you. I was in foster care when you were growing up. I just, he seemed to be a lively person. He reminded me a lot of one of my favorite cousins when I was little. He's a lot like him, energetic, happy, positive, da da da. But you're making a decision based on money or based on, yes, okay, she has a lot of faults, a lot of flaws. But this man is literally giving ammo to take down kids like mine or us, period. And you're okay with that? And not only are you okay with that, but then you want to come over here and get the fuck, get out of here. Get out of here. I just blocked them on both because I ain't got time. I'm not going to sit there and debate. I'm not going to sit and go back and forth. But yeah, I am proud of my son. He, you know, we still got a long ways to go as far as different things I want to still teach him, that I have to teach him, because if not me, who? I'm sure his dad feels the same way as far as what he wants to teach him and show him in the world. He'll get a chance to spend some time with him soon, and my son is so excited. I'm so glad we were able to make that happen. So that's gonna be like big, big deal for him. First year of doing that. He's turning 21 soon. It's like, oh my God. Um, and he gets to go to another state by himself, which I know people are like, well, he's 20 though. If you are attached to your kids, you understand. No matter how old they get, they're still your baby. You still want to protect them. But this is why now we're going through what we're going through, as far as me having to teach him things that maybe I could have taught him or talked to him slowly throughout the years. And, you know, I think he does the opposite of me when it comes, because he feels like I'm too aggressive. Like, I don't back down. If I disagree with a doctor, I don't back down. And he gets nervous, he gets scared. I think they both do because they're like, Mom, they think I'm a fight everybody. I'm not a fighter. I'm just, you know, I learned to survive by talking tough. And if I have to, I will get rowdy, but I'm not a fighter. And I wish, that they would understand. Unfortunately, if I was a man, I wouldn't have to be so aggressive. I could be calm and still get somewhat a respect level that women don't get. But you go in to a male doctor because once the kids were older, they wanted male doctors and stuff. So fine, we switch. As soon as we switched to male doctors, here comes the fucking hiccup. They thought that they saw a single mom with two kids. They thought that they could just come in there, boom, boom, boom. Nope, I'm not the one. Or the two or the three. I'm not. So you're not gonna just tell me, oh, they have to do this or they have to get that vaccine or that vaccine. No, no, no. Let's do research. I'll come back and see about it. And that especially if you're like this, um, they don't like that. They don't like when you don't just get along, get go along to get along. So people of authority of all sorts, they get threatened by that. But if you're not prejudiced, if you're not racist, you don't get threatened. You see a strong mom trying to protect her kids. So it's all up to their mentality. I'm nice and calm. If you talk to any of my caseworkers, well, not the last one that I had at Harborview, but any of the other ones, they'll say yes. Joanna's very stubborn. She's very stern, and she could be hard to deal with. But once she knows you are doing things for her or you're working with her, then she's funny, she's easy to work with, da da da. So I want to teach my kids to find their confidence, however that looks. Like my oldest, he looks big. He looks like a grown man. Some people, when we're out and about, they mistake him as my husband. I'm like, that's my baby. No, he's not 30 something, 40 something. He's 20 something. But he's always gotten that. He always looks, before when he was in school, he always looks 3 years older. Now I guess he looks 20 years older to some people, I guess, because he's so tall and big. Um, but yeah, my youngest, my oldest, he kind of gets respect because he just has that aura. He has that calmness. But now I just gotta get him to get a little oomph in his voice, like, and more confidence about saying no or yes. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Like, he's gotta learn that, because people will run you over in life if you don't have something. You gotta have confidence one way or the other, whether you're rude with it or nice with it. You gotta have confidence. And you gotta push through. You gotta push through. Whether it's assertiveness, respectful, but polite, whatever it is. My little one, I feel like he just gotta learn the difference between disrespecting adults and just speaking up for yourself. So once he learns that, I feel like he'll be good. So I still got a long ways to go with both of them, just teaching them. Even teaching stuff just as simple as you don't sign your name in pencil. I didn't know, I never told them that, you know, because at school you could. They let them. I remember when I was younger, they told me at school, no, you have to do black unless they ask for blue. So I just thought that the school taught him that. And he had to redo his whole voting thing because it was done in pencil. He signed it in pencil. I was like, no, Papa, somebody could erase it. And yeah, so no, you gotta do everything in black unless they ask for blue. And you don't use gel pen, you use ball pen. So then I was like, I told my little one, I said, I guess I never told you guys this, but so it just feels weird. Like, no matter how much you teach your kids things, there's so much more that they need to learn. And you don't realize it until it comes up. And it's like, what? I never told you that? Oh my gosh, well, here. And the other weird thing that it feels weird to me is like, they have a godfather. They have, people that care around them. And I'm like, do they ever talk to them about, like, other stuff other than, oh, how you doing? And small talk? Do they ever talk about, like, do you have a savings account? Do you have a plan for, like, does anybody else talk to them about other stuff other than just fluff? I forgot who said that. There was somebody in a movie that said that. Anyways, but I'm still super, super, super proud of my kids. I just hope that God gives me enough breath to teach them enough, because I see nobody else takes the initiative of um, of teaching them different things that are important to survive and things that you need to know as an adult. Um, it scares me because I thought that other people were doing that too, or a little bit. Not, I'm the parent. I know I'm the mom that's 100% every day there in their life, but I'm just surprised that nobody else is talking to them about important stuff. I'm sure the mentors, I don't ask them what they talk to. Well, with the little ones, sometimes we do have discussions. We don't talk about what he said or what I, but I just kind of express like, hey, he's having a hard time with this or that, and he might encourage him in different ways, and he has helped him out with dealing with the loss of his papa, and my oldest mentor has helped him out tremendously with his confidence. His dad has helped him out with his confidence so much over the past, I'll say, like 2-3 years. I've seen a huge difference. He's a lot more independent, so I'm just in awe and amazed by how far he's come, but we still got a long ways to go. But I love my boys, and um, I just hope I teach him enough. I just want them to be safe. I just want them to be protected. And I hope that if anything happens to me, that people won't let them just blow in the wind. Just like, dang, if they didn't have me, like, who really has their back? Financially, morally. I went to the hospice for 1 month and nobody stepped in the house to see how they were living. Nobody. And I know people did what they could. And here it is, my oldest just says he's okay all the time. Oh, people were asking, do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? So it's not really their fault, but as a mom, like, I would be like, well, can I come in? Can I come and shop with you? Can I, help you cook a casserole? Can I, or not even can I would just be like, when can I come over? I would put it that way. Your mom put me in charge so she could get the help that she needs and get better. What can I do to help? Uh, let's put something on the calendar. That's how I would have handled it. I would have pushed myself in because if somebody leaves me in charge of their kids, I'm just going to treat them like they're mine. And especially two boys, like, I came back to ants all over in the kitchen because it was too much for both of them. It was just too much to do everything by themselves for a month. Um, but live and learn, right? But yeah, I was really surprised by that cousin. Like the balls, keep that over there. If you want to support somebody that would harm me and my kids, keep that over there. I don't even say nothing. Like, there's no need for you to come say nothing on my pages about that. Do you? If you're voting like that just because you get a tax break, because you have business, then do you. But the fact that you had the necessity to come bother me about it says a lot. Like, what? And when I got mad, I realized, you know what? My health, my health, my health, my kids. I can't afford to spend any energy on anybody that tries to get a reaction out of me, family or not. Now, this is what I say. You. Pick a letter. You could say KU, AU. This, whatever letter you want, it still means the same. And I'm done.